Are you looking for a podcast about moving to another state?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Whoa! How was your first podcast intro? Oh my god, I'm looping it. Can you
It
believe
was
that, man?
exciting.
Man,
I've been
screwed
waiting
it
for this
up on your
my
first one.
entire life.
My entire life, but only for like a couple months of knowing what this is.
I have been waiting.
Man, a new listener,
Not that I wanted Kelsey to not be
and
here,
then on this thing.
but I was like, when she's not, call me.
And look at that, first thing. So, in case you haven't noticed, Kelsey is gone because Kelsey moved to another state. So actually, it's kind of what we are about. Just, I mean, when you pack up your whole life to another state, it's a lot.
It's
So,
a lot, especially
know,
when you have animals.
yeah. But it's still YMBToAP on Monday, as always. And over here, we've got the awesome, it's Adri, in whatever you want to call her. I call her Adri. But it's Adrian, whatever you want to go by.
Yeah, but
What
that
would you like to
was.
go by today?
Or if you ask Mary, it's T-Rex arms.
That is true. Or
Also,
Taylor, baby giraffe.
yeah, if you ask my wife, it's baby giraffe.
I don't know which one I like more, actually.
Do you know why she calls me baby giraffe?
Yeah, because you're the height of a baby giraffe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
I know.
cool. I'm not even upset about it.
I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean,
Baby
who
giraffe?
else can say, I'm the size of a baby giraffe? You know? Most
Anyone
people would say, I'm
else
bigger than
tall?
that, you know? So,
Literally anyone else that's 5 foot tall.
yeah. But I brought Adri on because she's from Portland. She's picked up and moved up to another state before. And I thought, man, Kelsey's doing it. I want to hear from somebody else that's done it. So I've already heard some wild stories, but I wanted to dig more into what people have gone through moving from one state to another, the things you miss, the things you maybe like about the new place. We'll get into all kinds of stuff. So, where the heck are you from, man? Where are you from?
Portland, Oregon.
Were you born in Portland or
I mean,
like cuz I'm
technically,
from Dallas, but I lived in somewhere close to Dallas, you know what I mean?
up until I moved here, I've only lived in Portland or their surrounding areas.
Okay.
So Portland is a city, but it's also kind of like just a blanket term
Okay.
because in most of the places that I've lived, although technically you could say I lived in a different city, my address still said Portland. So
Weird. Is it like New York with boroughs and stuff?
maybe
Cuz I'm so confused by New York. I don't understand that shit.
there's downtown Portland and then there's Portland as a whole.
That is so weird.
It's very interesting. And there's a lot
Like,
of different areas of Portland. So
yeah.
so technically you could say the last place I lived in Portland was Gresham. The address
Okay.
was Portland. But then the area was called Rockwood.
That's weird, dude.
It's confusing.
That's really weird. That's how it was when I was in the UK. Like they would just be like, "Oh, are you from northern or southern?" But then it was based on areas, but then it was what they call just a giant conglomeration, but then they would be in a city, but then the city was something different inside the city, and I was like, I don't understand what you guys are talking about. It just sounds confusing.
The first time
I'm just
Shay
here.
ever came to visit, which to me, it's really easy to remember the way that the streets work, at
Okay.
least where I'm from, because there's the major streets that go east west,
Okay.
and then everything that's north and south is numbers.
See, that's like Phoenix. Phoenix is very grid based, and
Yeah.
it was like the ones with numbers are the business streets, I think, and then like the ones with names are like the residential shits.
No, it doesn't
It was
matter.
weird.
Like there's like the main streets. So there's the Columbia River, because Portland is like right on the edge, and all you have to do
Okay.
is just cross the river and you get into Washington. There's Airport Way. Is that right? Oh my god, I'm forgetting.
I haven't been there in so long.
There's something else,
Okay.
and then there's Hawthorne.
You just have like a map of Portland in your brain?
Yeah. So there's Hawthorne, there's Gleason, Stark, Division. No. Hawthorne, Gleason, Burnside, Stark, Division, Powell.
It is weird that you're just like walking this
It's
line of streets.
Foster. And then I don't remember anything
Yeah.
below that because it basically just turns into like woods and then like Damascus and Incesticata and all that shit.
Okay.
It's not actually called, it's Estacada,
Okay.
but it's, now that I think about it, it sounds terrible. It is the more like city people wanting to be country.
Okay.
So everyone just calls it Incesticata because they're like, they're trying to be from the South.
That's really funny.
That's really bad because now I live in the South.
Yeah. Hey man, it is what it is.
And then it
Everyone's got their stuff
at
there.
like 229 is the number where it stops, and then it's all the way to 1.
Yeah.
So
Oh, dude, the 1 runs all the way up there too?
Mhm.
Bro, I've been on the 1, but down in California. Because I went to Big Sur and stuff.
Well, okay, I don't know if it not.
I think it might be, dude.
Maybe.
Portland or Oregon? No, wait. Oregon.
Oregon is above California.
Yeah. So then, yeah, it is the 1 because I think the 1 is the longest highway. Not the
No, it's
longest,
not.
but it is like.
It's just a street.
Oh, it's not
Like
Highway
First
1.
Street all the way to
Okay.
like 229. So the
I was like,
highways in
dang.
Portland are 205, I-5, 84. That's all I can think of right now.
Yeah. I just learned about some weird highway numbering stuff on TikTok the other day. But I wanted to talk to you about stuff you miss from Portland. What is it that like you really miss from
A
being there?
lot of shit.
Because I've been honestly trying to think since deciding to talk to you about this, what do I think I would miss from here? And I don't. Well, we'll see. We'll see if
Okay.
I can think of something.
So, first of all, being a lesbian,
Okay.
being married to a woman is a lot more open and like accepted in Oregon.
Yeah.
And just like being gay in general. So like the first time Shay came to visit me, we were downtown getting voodoo donuts. And
Okay.
she was like, oh my god, lesbians. And I was like, yeah, it's lesbians. And she's like, but they're like being affectionate. And I was like, yeah, they're a couple.
Oh, yeah, weird culture shock
Yeah.
where you can see that.
I get a lot more dirty looks now if I say something about me married
I
a woman.
I can imagine.
But like, I don't know. You
Huh. Yeah.
it's different. I do miss just the atmosphere, which there's a lot of tweakers, right?
Okay.
Don't miss those. But it just like you can breathe.
Yeah.
And the air feels breathable. Whereas here it feels like you're choking.
Dude, okay. So on one episode, like a while back, I tried to go to my grandpa's grave because we were down in Waco, and I was like, well, we'll pass it, right?
Yeah,
And
I
me and
remember
Taylor
that.
got out of the car, and yeah, but I was like, this is air, like, because we were in like the country, literally nothing
Yeah.
around. Because like I've said that here, like I don't feel like I'm really like breathing air. I feel like I'm just like
Yeah.
I don't feel anything when I breathe something in. It's just like, yep, my lungs filled up with something, you
Well,
know?
and it's like even
Yeah, because
in the city,
yeah,
there's like all of these big parks with trees everywhere. There's literally trees fucking everywhere. And then like
yeah. You sent me a picture of this thing, which, bro, how can a place be this green?
so that's on the gorge. That's I don't know how to say it.
Okay,
It's like Oneida Falls, I think. It's
that
okay.
is
So
that looks fake, dude.
it's not.
It's
I've been.
so pretty.
It's its own gorge,
Okay,
and it has its own species of salamanders, which is pretty cool.
what?
It's
That's
yeah, it's
cool.
pretty cool. The way to get to it, I've only been there once, and
Okay,
it was cold outside.
yeah.
I just want to preface this. It was on like a kind of school field trip.
Okay,
Um, and you have to climb over like a giant pile of fallen branches,
okay,
and then it's like the gorge is like wide, right? And
yeah.
then like
I mean,
God,
it
I
looks monstrous here.
yeah. So it's a very long trek of like having to go over the branches, and then
Yeah.
once you get to the other side, there's like a deep drop into freezing cold water.
Okay.
And for me, it went to about like right here, which to a normal person is like probably about like right there.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's still very cold. But then on the other side, you get that waterfall,
Yeah.
and it's gorgeous.
Like this looks like something out of fucking Avatar. The blue people, not the benders.
I mean,
Right.
also kind of
This is
the
nasty.
benders.
I just I'm trying to think if I've ever seen something this green here in Texas. Like I've been to cool places, but nothing like that green. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there?
That is
Can I?
nuts.
Can I send you a picture?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm gonna send you a picture of the background of my grandparents' wedding
Okay.
because they got married on the Washington side
Yeah.
of the gorge, but like in the picture, you can see Oregon on the other side.
I was trying to get a picture of this gorge with like people in it for scale. Oh yeah, so there's some of the water.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
freezing cold.
man. So
The
like,
water is like hypothermic.
yeah. I don't know if you know this, but like I was really into geology when I was in like high school and college and stuff.
Mm.
And Portland seems like it's got good geology. I think I would enjoy looking at rocks and shit here.
It's incredible. It's
Like
incredible. I miss
since I've known you, you talk about it all the time.
the mountains. Like,
Yeah. Did you ever like go up the mountains and
oh
stuff
yeah,
or like yeah.
oh yeah. I never went skiing on the mountains or
Okay.
like snowboarding. I am not athletically inclined whatsoever, but
Yeah.
camping, yes. There's this place that I used to go to when I was growing up with my dad all the time called Badger Lake that's
Okay.
on the mountain, and you have to go on this road that's like a one car road, and you have to somehow figure out how to pass somebody.
Okay.
But as a kid, I was always in the passenger seat. Like, obviously, I'm not driving, but it is a straight, like, dead drop.
Yeah.
But then when you get there, it's incredible. And then you can catch crawfish. Well, crawdads. They're
Look
crawdads.
at that, dude.
Yeah.
That is wild.
But we would get on floaties, and then there's like certain spots where you would go to, and you pick like fresh huckleberries, and then you'd like go fishing, and then you get the crawdads, and then you go to a different campsite to cook the crawdads so the flies and shit don't like go into
Yeah.
your campsite.
See, when you came here, were you like, it's flat.
Yeah,
There's just nothing around.
yeah,
Like, I'm amazed by stuff like this where like things are obstructing my view, but like close by. That's weird to me because
yeah.
that's not a thing here,
The
you know?
first time Shay ever came to visit me, we were driving to Salem because my friend was having like this party, and I wanted her to meet like my best friend and her family because they were like my family. And we were
Yeah.
driving through, and the entire time she was just like, "There's so many trees."
Dude, this picture freaks me out because I'm like, that's nature right there. Like, we have just like the fields, but to me, that's
Yeah.
not like hardcore nature. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have a lot of stuff like that.
There's
So this feels so abnormal to me to see that, and you're just like, oh, that's like down the street, you know?
there's so many mountains, and you can see. I was so disappointed when we went there for Christmas a couple years ago, and I didn't get to see my mountain.
Yeah.
Like I was so sad. I was
Can we
like,
crack
"That's
into
my."
this as well? I want to crack into it, man. I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty. Matching Dr. Peppers. All right, you ready?
Fuck yeah, I'm ready. I've been
Let's
waiting
get
for
it.
this moment.
Let's crack it. Ooh, that was a good. Ooh,
It was
that was
beautiful.
nice. Oh yeah, a vintage Dr. Pepper.
I feel like this should be stated. I pre-cracked.
Yeah, it's true. You did
It was sad. So I
right
put it.
before pre-ramble.
It was a sad day, but it's okay because I did it. How do I?
I was like, "Where'd you send me that photo?" Just send
I'm.
it to Messenger, and I can throw it in Discord and pull it up.
I can put it. No, no, I can't. Oh, I could.
You could put it in Discord. I've got that pulled up.
I'm trying, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
But like, so what is?
Do I put it in just a general chat?
Oh, you can do that too.
I could do that. Do you want me to do
Yeah,
that?
go for it.
Let's do it, man.
Do it, and people will be like, "What? What are we talking about?
What the
What
hell's
is that?"
that? That's beautiful. It is. It is beautiful.
Oh, that is. Look at that. Oh man, where'd it go?
It's right there.
There it is. Look at it.
So you can't see me pointing at anything. That's the
Yeah,
Columbia River, and then the
that is a
other
picture,
side
dude.
is
Yeah,
Oregon.
like, see, that's what's weird. Okay, because like my brother lives in Phoenix, right? So like I've gone there and seen mountains,
Yeah,
but like those mountains aren't fuzzy with trees like this. So I'm all like, that's
that's
nature.
not a
That
mountain.
feels like wild nature. I mean, it's
That's
still a
not a mountain.
mountain.
It's the
It's
gorge.
mountain-like. All
Mm,
this stuff.
but see, my look up Mount Hood. Just do me a favor.
Okay.
Mount Hood. It's my beautiful mountain. That's a mountain.
I mean, still looks like the rest of them.
But like, I don't know. To me, that's what you call a mountain.
You want the little snow top mountain?
Mm-hmm.
So cold, sticking way up there. Look at this though. It's just so like how untamed is Oregon, would you say?
What do you mean?
Like this is just like wild, tons of trees and shit because like where I'm at in Texas now used to be way more open fields and stuff. Like it did used to be more green and now there's almost no green. It's so built up and I feel like it's hard to find a place in Texas now that is so untamed and still open and grassy and wild almost, you know?
So from Portland to, let's say, Tillamook, which is on the coast. It's 2 hours. An
Okay.
hour and a half of that is just straight forest.
That's amazing, dude.
It's beautiful.
Like, that's
I
really
spent my
amazing.
entire childhood camping, fishing. We had a
Yeah.
sailboat, so we would like go onto the lake and sail, and like this is beautiful.
Yeah, because like I'm surrounded by lakes here, but they're all surrounded by concrete and stuff. Like I don't have
Yeah,
any like wild lakes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's just not very common.
Well, I mean, like they still go into the lakes and like put fish in it and stuff,
Well,
but
yeah, but like
it's
I would like to
very
go. I want to go to one of the Great Lakes. That seems
there.
wild.
There is a chance you will run into a bear or a wolf.
That's cool.
Um, maybe a moose. I don't know. I've never seen a moose. I've seen
Oh
moose
man.
crossing signs.
Yeah.
Never. When we 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 drove to Oregon for Christmas a couple years ago.
Okay.
Worst thing ever. 0 out of 10. Never doing it again. But we had pulled into Portland,
Okay.
and not Portland. We had pulled into Oregon. Like we'd gotten out of California into Oregon, and there was a bear crossing sign. And
Yeah.
Shay was like, "What the fuck do you mean bear crossing?" And I was like, "Yeah, like grizzly bears. Like
Yeah. You know bears.
you gotta watch out for the bears. Like they have deer crossing signs. There was a deer crossing sign back there. This is
Yeah.
just a bear crossing sign."
Yeah. We only have deer ones here.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
a.
that like in Colorado. I mean, I've been surrounded by elk before. I mean, tons of them.
I mean,
You
my
know.
dad hit a bear one time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was okay. Like the bear. The bear is
The
fine.
bear? I was about to
The
say,
car
like,
was not.
the bear probably just went like,
Yeah.
stop.
There's also wild cows
What?
and like rams.
Oh, that's terrifying.
My sister got
They're
chased
mean, dude.
by wild cows one time.
By a wild cow?
Uh-huh. Like a whole like herd of wild cows. Yeah.
You see, dude, that's what I'm talking about, untamed. Like, people don't. I live in Texas where we're supposed to be so, like, riding our horses and shit. And yes, I know we sent pictures that there were horses at Walmart the other day, but I've never been like, oh, people got chased by wild cows. It's not a thing that happens.
My mom, when I was a kid, my mom went camping and my dad was like supposed to meet her. Well, she spent the first night there by herself because he was working or something. And she got chased in her car by coyotes.
That's
We also,
terrifying.
I used to go camping at this place called Timothy Lake, which is absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
Um,
Let's keep
but
going.
we would have like tubs full of food, like just plastic tubs full of food.
Okay.
And we made sure they were like closed so the animals couldn't get into them.
Ah,
But there was this one
'cause that's
chipmunk.
by Mount Hood. I see. I see.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
There was this one chipmunk who always got into our food, and he always ate our chips, so we named him Chip.
Aw.
But it's like things like that.
Trying to get a better picture of this Timothy Lake here. This guy's cool looking.
It's
Well,
beautiful.
look at this neat dude out there.
Was bike ramps. Like my mom used to give me and my brothers a walkie-talkie, and we
Yeah.
would go into the woods, and she'd be like, "Once you're out of range and we can't hear each other, start heading back because that means you're too far." But we had wide range walkie-talkies, and we would go to the bike trails and just
Okay.
like fuck around, and then she'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna call you guys and let you know when lunch is ready, and tell you when to come back."
That's nothing that I probably would have done, man.
It's
Outside
good
is
shit.
ugh,
It's
I don't know, man.
amazing.
But I want to know about some Portland exclusives. What are some things in Portland? Oh, well, we were talking about scenery stuff, things that I would miss. Honestly, I don't know. Because well, like, so I went to Virginia with Taylor, and I was
Mhm.
like, looks like Texas. Looks the same. Like, I don't know that I'd notice I wasn't in the same place. You know, I think for a lot of us here, and you can go ask Shay later, I think we just love it here so much because we have to do the Texas Pledge of Allegiance every day in school. I
That's
mean,
not a thing
we are
in other
very
states.
like we're very just indoctrinated to love being here.
Like, because Shay had told me that you guys had like a whole class just on the state of Texas.
Texas history, yeah.
Yeah, that's not the only thing I learned
I've
about was
always
the
wondered that.
like that's
Yeah, no,
Texas
we have
is a
two
very proud state.
separate classes. There was US history and then Texas history.
I kind of respect it.
Bro, I took a Texas history class in college. They even went into college going like, "You don't know enough about it still," and then just told me the same things I knew already.
That is
It's
so
weird.
interesting to me.
And that's why I think I don't know if I have something like that that I would miss so much. It's more just like, "You belong here. You said the allegiance every day," you know? So I don't know.
Texas owns you.
That's how it feels sometimes, but, like, then, I see stuff like this, and I'm like, "I wanna go see that." Dude, Colorado, man, I I would so pick up and go to
It's just
Colorado.
no offense. It's just so boring here. Dude, the
It 'cause it's
mosquito
flat, man.
in Texas? Uh-uh. The
See,
roaches here are like 10 times bigger than they
I
are.
think that yeah, because it's all bigger here, man.
I
I
don't know.
think that's why I'm not such an outside person because when I go outside, mosquitoes just, like, murder me, and, like, I've used off, like, all that stuff, and it never helped me. So, you're telling me, like, if I go outside in Oregon, I'll be okay.
Well, I mean, there's mosquitoes, but for some reason, they're not as like they're
Aggressive?
different. They're built different in Texas because it's like, it's like, oh, that's like a little uncomfortable, right? But then when maybe I'm allergic.
You might be.
Can I be like allergic to one specific
Probably.
mosquito? Because
Yeah.
they get like big and like
Oh, yeah, I get those all the
crazy irritating.
time. I get them all the time.
It's the worst. It's
It
because
is the
you're
worst.
so sweet.
I know. So, I wanna know about some Portland stuff that is like, that happens there, and you miss it so much. What's the
This
stuff,
is the
man?
thing but we can get into the naked bike ride in just a minute. But this is the thing that I
Sneak
need
peek
you
for
to
that. Yeah, she said that.
sneak
Naked
peek.
bike ride.
I need you to look up
Okay.
um how do I Portland unicycle bagpipe dude. Darth Vader. It's a thing.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I didn't even have to fully type it in, and it just popped up. He's the Unipiper.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Do you have the
Okay.
picture with flames?
Yep, that's the one. You talking this dude?
Yeah. Mhm.
And in sandals.
Yeah, dude.
Nice, man. So what's his deal?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
It's just like, okay. So there's unicycle dude, right? And we also just have like, some mysterious characters that everyone knows about.
Okay.
Like, for example, there's this little old Asian lady. Her name is Ling Ling.
Okay.
That's just she comes up, and I've every single time I've seen her was at the Lloyd Center Mall,
Okay.
which I used to work at a couple times. That's a whole different story. But I was waiting at the Max Dart.
Okay.
It's like the Dart train, but it's the TriMet Max. And she would walk up and she said, "Do you have $1.50?" And you're like, "No, dude, like, I'm sorry, I don't have anything." But she'd walk up every single day, always walks up to every single person and just says, "Do you have $1.50?" And you're like, "I don't, I'm sorry." Or like you
Yeah.
give her something. And then she just turns around and asks the other person. But like everybody knows her. She's just the staple.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I feel like Portland is what Austin is here for us because Austin, Texas is the same. Keep Austin weird.
Yeah.
There was a guy who walked around in high heels on 6th Street, and I never got to see him. He sadly passed away a couple years ago. So I
Oh.
never got to see him. But my cousin was in a comedy club, and she said this guy walked up to the window, so she only saw like the top half,
Mm.
like business shirt and stuff. And he just kind of like walked up and he's looking in the window, and then he just like rips it open and he's just like pressing himself on the glass. And then she saw him walk away in his, 6-inch high heels, and she was like, I just saw that dude. And
I
I was
love
like,
that.
oh, I wish it could. He ran for mayor. He didn't make it,
That's a shame.
but he should have though.
Okay, I have to
I,
ask you something.
okay.
Do you have like does this area, I guess, have like one specific advertisement that's only for this area? Whether it be radio, TV, whatever.
I mean, I guess we got the stupid like Jim Adler commercial things. Like it's all like lawyer stuff, but other than that, I'd say no.
Okay, because we have one.
Okay.
And it's on the radio. And this guy would talk. I think it's different now because I think they might just be online.
Okay.
But anyways, it's the Shane Company off Highway 217 across from the Washington Square Mall. Open weekdays till
Okay.
8, Saturday and Sunday till 5. Online at shaneco.com.
Okay.
And it's a jewelry store.
I like how you just said the commercial.
Yeah.
You just know everything about it.
Yeah, everybody in Portland knows it.
Oh, I found our guy from here in Austin. His name was Leslie.
Pop off, Queen.
That was him. He was great. I sadly never got to see him, and I am like really fucking bummed about it. I always wanted to see him, and I've never gotten to see him.
Oh.
But then I was looking at the Shane Company, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
It is a jewelry store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I don't think we do have anything like that.
I've only been in it one time. I did pass by it a whole lot because I was a mall rat in middle school.
Okay.
Because I lived in Beaverton for a while. There's not much to do there. There is, but not in like the area that I was.
Yeah.
Unless you took the bus. Which is wild to me. Because I was like 11 years old. Taking the public transportation buses all the way to downtown Portland. And then walking through downtown Portland to meet my mom at her job at Buffalo Wild Wings. In the middle of downtown Portland.
And then you're telling me, because you've told me before, you're not even supposed to look at people when you walk around, and yet here's 11-year-old you.
Yeah, you keep both your headphones in, you keep your head down, you don't talk to people.
Every time you tell me that stuff, it like reminds me of Hercules when they go to Thebes.
Yeah.
And he's all like, don't talk to people. And dude's all, hey, Mac, you want to buy a sundial and shit? That's how you make it sound.
Yeah. Should I tell? I know I told you yesterday. But should I tell it?
Go for it.
Okay. I've been in Portland my whole life.
Yeah.
My wife is from here.
Yeah.
Nice, good area. Safe for the most part.
Safe. You know? Okay.
Yeah. I don't even know if I told you this. The first night that she spent in Portland, there were rapid fire gunshots down the street.
Oh my God.
And
okay.
I slept through them.
And they woke her up?
Like, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, at one point, my freshman year, our house got broken into, and we called the cops at, like, 1, and they showed up at 8 p.m., and then came, and they were like, well, we can't do anything because you already cleaned it up. Why'd you clean it up?
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yeah. So rapid fire gunshots, no police sirens. Just doesn't happen. So we go to downtown Portland because I was like, I have to take you downtown.
Okay.
This shit is where I grew up. Like, I was a preteen, a teenager, spending all my free time in downtown Portland. When we get downtown, and it was during COVID.
Yeah.
And me and my wife and our friend get on the Max, which is the train,
Okay.
to go downtown. And we're sitting there. And before, like, any of this, I sat her down and I was like, look, you don't look at people. You don't talk to people. If someone talks to you, you ignore them completely. You keep your head down, or, like, just straightforward. You do. Nobody else exists.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're
That
walking
sounds so
downtown.
terrifying, though. Okay.
We're on the train, and this lady's sitting there, and she's tweaking, and she's like, she's tweaking like hard. And my wife just keeps looking at her, like Shay just keeps looking at her and looking at her, and she's like, and I was like, stop looking at her, don't look at her. Like,
Yeah.
I gave you a headphone. You pay attention to what's in the headphone.
Okay.
Pay attention to this lady. And then the lady looks at her, and she's like, "I'll rip your fucking face off." And she's like, and I was like, "I fucking told you, don't look at anybody." And then we're just walking downtown, and some guy walks up, and he goes, "Hey, you got any oxy?" And she's like, "What?" And I just like practically
what?
rip her arm off, and I was like, "No!"
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's just a thing. And then when we drove there for Christmas, it was like midnight. It was Christmas Eve, right? At this point, it was Christmas, but whatever. And there's rapid fire gunshots down the street. And Shay's like, "Can we go inside, please? Like, can we just do this tomorrow?" And I was like, "No, we can't do this tomorrow, because if we leave the stuff in the car, then someone's gonna see that there's stuff in the car. This is a pretty expensive car for this area. Someone will break the window, steal all of our stuff, and probably try to steal the car. You can go inside. I've got this. Don't worry."
Oh my God.
That's home.
No, that's a lot.
I don't know. Like, we just used to sit in the backyard, like me and my brother and their friends,
Yeah.
and we would just shoot shit. And a bunch of cops showed up down the street, and we're like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And apparently, this old lady that lived down the street had held this guy at gunpoint because he tried to rob her house, and
Okay.
he up in a tree. And so we're all just sitting in the backyard, being like, "Oh, like, you're pussy, you're hiding from the old lady."
I'm a little speechless of an old lady running a man up a tree with a gun, man. That's interesting. You're just like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
happened. I've seen that.
I kind of miss
Yeah.
it sometimes, but also
You missed the drama.
I miss the drama. And then everybody knows what's going on in Portland. Whereas, like, here, like, if there's something going on, you have to, like, scour through Facebook pages to try to figure out the tea.
Yeah, I straight up just go like, I don't know, and just don't pay attention to it.
I miss the tea. It was so dramatic. This is gonna sound terrible, but one time I was calling my mom because she was coming home from work downtown. And I said, "Hey, Mom, I know you're on the Max right now. Go ahead and just, like, get off on the stop before you normally would. Because someone just stabbed a dude in the face for looking at him wrong at the stop you normally get off at. I'll pick you up at the other one."
How do you know that quick, though? Like, how do you know? Is it just like, it just blows up on, like, everyone's phone? Just like everybody's got some mass phone number and then go, hey, dude, someone got stabbed.
No, it's
You guys just have
like,
the news pulled up all the time? Like,
news travels fast, dude.
like, we didn't. Taylor had walked to work at our apartment. So, literally, like, close to where you are now, right? She had walked to work, and we didn't find out until later that night that on the time frame that she had walked by, somebody got shot while she was walking to work. But, like, we didn't know till, like, that night because it happened to be on the news.
See, people just know. Because at one point when I worked at Lloyd Center, my brother Cameron texted me, and he was like, "Hey, "Are you good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. Why?" And he's like, "You're at work, right?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm at work. I'm at, what was it? It was either Hot Topic or Fuego. We're not going to talk
Okay.
about. I got fired from Hot Topic. We're not going to talk about that. Um, if someone in the Discord is curious, you can ask me. I don't care. But he was like, "Oh yeah, like there's gunshots at Lloyd Center," and I was like, "Is there? I didn't know. I've been working."
That's wild. No, we just like yeah, like I don't know how I would know wild stuff that quickly here.
I had I worked at a fast food restaurant one time called Burgerville, which is, we'll talk about that later because that shit is phenomenal.
Okay.
And one time I was working and it was like a weekend. It was like 11 o'clock, and these two people walk in, and they're like, "Oh my god, you guys fixed your window already?" And we're like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Well, I heard like there's no blood. Where's the blood?" And I was like, "Oh, dude, what do you mean?" And he's like, "Well, I heard that someone last night came in and like shot up this whole place." And I was like, "Dude, I
All
closed
right.
last night. Like that didn't happen. Um, they wouldn't have fixed the windows that quickly.
You're like maybe different Burgerville?
Probably a different Burgerville. I would not be surprised."
I can't imagine me being like, dude, we gotta go check out the Burgerville shooting that happened today, you know?
The amount of black tar heroin I had to clean out of the bathrooms at 16 years old is atrocious.
Oh my god. Okay.
Like, I
I'm
shouldn't,
getting such a different vibe out of Portland than I ever thought I was gonna.
as a non drug user, I shouldn't know what black tar heroin smells like specifically. But, like, if we were out somewhere and someone was doing it, I could be like, "Hey, Robert, that person's doing black tar heroin."
My god, what a weird place. I did not expect all this.
It's wild. Naked bike ride.
Okay.
You were so excited to know.
I am interested in the naked bike ride. So
Okay.
that's something that's a Portland exclusive.
Do you want to know the information that I know about it before you start looking up a bunch of stuff?
Yes, I do.
So being publicly naked is illegal, right? Unless
Okay.
you're at like a public, like a naked beach or whatever.
Okay.
So it's legal in Oregon to be naked in public if you are protesting.
Okay.
So essentially, the naked bike ride is considered a protest. What they're protesting, that I don't know. But it is an annual thing. It is pre-scheduled. Everybody in Portland knows the route. The route never changes. And there's
Okay.
cops that like block off these areas just to make sure that like no one gets hurt, no one gets hit by a car, and children don't see naked people. You can
Okay.
be as naked as you want to be. You don't even have to be naked at all. Or you can be completely booty ass naked.
So I will say I did look it up and their motto on the site was as bare as you dare, and that is top notch
People do a lot of.
motto making. Now I've been looking at this photo and I think it's okay. I think it's safe.
There's nothing on it.
But well, there is a lady in the back, but his shoulders covering stuff up, so I think we're good.
Okay.
But but now under the pretense of knowing that the bike ride is a protest, what could Papa Smurf be protesting? I have questions.
I
I
am very
love this man.
curious.
I love this man. And I'm pretty sure he is in I don't I think he literally don't like the way that this paint is pooling at the bottom of his foot makes me think he dunked himself in something.
It looks like it. Wait, go up into his armpit.
Yeah, it's like tearing off in there. Like he is caked
That's
in
not,
whatever this is.
bro. That's gotta be like wall paint.
Yeah. That's probably not good for him.
No,
Look at old Papa Smurf, man. I love him.
you know what's really funny to me? Have you
Yeah.
have you seen the things where people play? You're just zooming in. How people
I like it.
play Guess Who, but they describe it in a way of like you don't say, oh, like, do they have blue
Do they have
eyes?
glasses? They're like, is he a hipster?
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I've tried to play that before with some people, and I've come to the conclusion that I see things very differently.
Okay.
Because there's this one, and I can't remember his name, but he's on the board. But the way people from Texas see it is like he is like a planet hating douche, like country
Okay.
dude. And the way I see it is that guy recycles. He loves trees. He is like no plastic whatsoever. That man loves the planet. He's a straight up hipster.
Yeah.
Because it's like the thick beard with the beanie and like the flannel.
That's so funny. We got to buy some Guess Who because I'd like to play it.
I have it.
I haven't played it in so long. Let's play some
We
Guess Who, dude.
We also
Dude, I
have
love Guess
Operation.
Who. I'm mid at Operation. It's fine.
I get violent with some games. Monopoly? Robert, can we play
I'm not.
Monopoly?
No, I am not playing Monopoly. I don't like that game.
Play
I'll be
Monopoly.
banker because I don't. I just okay. So
No cheating.
full transparency. The Friday roundup that you guys watched, I had recorded at like 2:30 a.m. this week because Taylor and I were sitting here talking about Monopoly, but like the idea of a business being a monopoly, and I was like, that's why I don't fucking like that game because it just makes people mad at each other because nobody likes monopolies.
I
I want
love
to play that. I'll play
get
with you
violent.
once, but I'm gonna lose real quick because I'm too nice. I think.
Dude, I get aggressive.
Why though? Like what about that game makes people so aggressive?
Because
Because
I'm
people
so
try to like skimp on paying. Like, I mean, it's just the
No,
rules of the game,
like you
man.
pay everything that's
Yeah.
due, right? The first Christmas that we spent together, we got wine drunk and we played Monopoly because we got Monopoly as a Christmas present from one of my siblings. And we were screaming. Like, we weren't fighting, but we were like fighting over the game. But we were like, you're a fucking cheater! You're cheating at the game! Like, you owe me the money! Ha! Fuck you and your houses! And her parents, because we lived with her parents, were like, are they okay? Like, her mom was like, should we intervene? And her dad's like, dude, they're drunk playing Monopoly. It's fine. And then they just came in and they were like, hey, can you guys just bring it down a little bit?
Oh, sorry.
And I was like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your hotels.
I always wanted they made a new one that had like a debit card thing, so you literally just swiped it and it like did all the stuff in the background.
No.
And I was like, I'll buy that one because then I don't have to keep up with all the pieces.
No.
But they don't sell that one anymore, so.
Because it's trash.
Have you played that one?
No, but it's trash.
I'll play Monopoly with you once.
There are two versions of Monopoly. We have regular Monopoly and we have the Nightmare Before Christmas Monopoly.
I'll play that one.
Okay.
The Nightmare one.
It's amazing.
Now, we have another large topic in our back half here, which probably won't be as long as this one has been. Yeah. But, yeah. What's up?
I was just gonna, no, I don't know. I just thought of something, but I'm good.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back for the next part, because I think I'll have something interesting about Texas. So you're going to be like, uh-oh. Texas food stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We will be right back.
Oh, you think you know what happened to me? Look, I'm back, and I'm about to unearth all the secrets in Old Cove. So do a little refresher on Season 1 and get caught up before Season 2 arrives. Trust and believe. You don't want to miss what's coming.
Welcome to Severed, a podcast suite that offers a rotation of content centered around true crime to paranormal cases. Severed True Crime covers high to low profile true crime cases like the Westfield Watcher, The Staircase, The Keepers, and other binge-worthy favorites on Netflix. Severed Paranormal peers into the corner moon windows of the Amityville Horror House, the Conjuring House, and other mysterious cases, locations, and urban legends.
I'm Harry Chambers.
And I'm Drew Hudson. We want you along for this investigative and haunting roundup. Scare you soon.
Whoa. So, if you are enjoying this episode, don't forget you can go on over to YMBToAP at Patreon, patreon.com/YMBToAP. Sign up to be a patron. You can go in for the low $2 tier, get into the Discord, $5 tier, get Discord and pre-ramble, $10, get Discord pre-ramble and Zeitgeist reviews, which I know I've been lacking on a little bit. Kelsey and I have been doing big stuff. We'll get back to those pretty soon. We'll build that up for you guys.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
But don't forget that you can go check out our website. We also have the Redbubble with stickers, the weird little display thing you can put the lights under, see all the cool stuff. It's pretty awesome. We just wanted to thank all of you supporters so much. You guys are the best. Sometimes you even wind up being on the show. I think I'm pointing the right direction. There we go, right there. So with that, just want to say that love you guys so much. Let's get you on back to that regularly scheduled content, which is this part. So,
I want you to talk about food first.
you want me to talk about food first? Are you ready?
You talk about food first. Let's go.
Okay.
I love me some Texas food.
So here's the thing. I've been thinking about it. If I didn't live here, I know that the one thing that I would miss is Mexican food. Even though I don't get to eat it as much as I would like. I would literally eat Mexican food like daily, right?
That is not what I was expecting. Like, as in Tex-Mex or like authentic?
Tex-Mex. I don't like authentic, man. I like Tex-Mex.
See, I love
Well, it
Mexican.
depends. Because, like, I've been to Mexico, and I hated all my food there. And then I came home to Poncho's, was like, this is dope. And it's not good food, you know?
See, when I first moved here, her family only went out to get Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
And I got so burnt out on Tex-Mex, but I am like an authentic Mexican food lover.
You'll have to take me to try some at some point.
I thought you were barbecue.
I don't eat a lot of barbecue, honestly, because it's just so expensive. Like, it just costs too
so
damn much to
worth
get
it.
some, man.
Hold on. How are you?
When's the last time you think I had barbecue?
How are you not gonna say our favorite place in the world?
What?
Texas Roadhouse.
Bro, I didn't eat. Well, Texas Roadhouse is in a bunch of states. I can go get it anywhere I go.
But
for the most part.
It's not as good because I've had it in another place, but it is nothing compared to the way it is in Texas.
Really?
Yep.
I'll have to try it somewhere.
Oh, and the sweet tea. Like, I used to hate sweet tea, and then I moved to Texas and realized that if it's made right, it's delicious.
But see, I usually make my own sweet tea, so I would just go make it at home.
I didn't know how to make it until I moved here.
I'll show you how to make some good
Because
sweet tea.
in Oregon, sweet tea is considered cold, unsweetened iced tea that you put sugar in.
Oh, yeah. And then it all doesn't dissolve at the bottom and shit. It's nasty.
So wrong.
Yeah. I thought I was going to trip you up with this one. I feel like everybody would be like, God, you're going to miss Whataburger, right? I don't think I would anymore. Because they sold out to people in Chicago like 5 years ago or something. And there is a noticeable difference in the taste and stuff than there used to be. It is not the same. Whataburger today is not like Whataburger from 10 years ago.
The only thing I like is the breakfast burger. And honestly, it's because of that patty melt sauce.
I was about to say, you just like the patty melt sauce.
I love me some
I have some of your patty melt sauce in the kitchen right now.
You have that one. You treasure it.
I'm going to use it on a burger whenever we're done here.
It's $5.
And I've never even had a patty melt.
It's $5 at the grocery store. I can buy some more.
I've never even had a patty melt before.
I haven't either. I've just had it on the breakfast burger, and I was like, what is this delicious sauce.
It was pretty good sauce, though. I will say. But, like, I honestly was trying to think, all right, what food would I miss, right? And I thought of Tex-Mex, like, right now when I was just now thinking, but I was thinking, like, fast food stuff because I remember when my brother moved to Phoenix, he found, like, In-N-Out Burger, and then, like, there's a place called Freddy's, but all that's coming out here now, and, like, we have a lot of that here. An In-N-Out Burger, that's shit, man.
I've never had it. I've heard terrible things.
Okay. There's really almost no food that is, like, bad food, but there's not food that's so, like, life-changingly good that you have to have it all the time, and people make In-N-Out sound like it is so delicious, you're gonna crave an In-N-Out all the time. It is a good
Mhm.
burger. It is a delicious burger. Most burgers are delicious. They're hamburgers, of course they're good, but In-N-Out burger is not that amazing. It's not
See,
that amazing, guys.
McDonald's burgers, if it's a McDouble or like the small ones, that's good. But when you get like the double quarter pounder, it's way too salty. At least the one we
Yeah.
get, and I always feel hungover in the morning after I eat it.
You wanna know something? Never really had okay, I've had a small, like, double burger thing from there. I
Uh,
don't eat burgers from any restaurant or any fast food place except for Whataburger.
okay, but have you had Hat Creek's burger?
What the hell is that?
What?
What is that?
You've never had Hat Creek?
I've never
First
even
of all,
heard of it.
let me tell you, dude. You know where
Okay.
Rosa's is?
In Louisville?
Yeah. No, Capel, I guess.
I mean, probably, yeah.
The Floyds.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's in the back of that parking lot.
I've never seen that there.
It's so good. I get the cowboy because it has barbecue sauce on it. And their hat sauce is so good. But they just recently made it queso. I wouldn't say recently.
Okay.
They have queso, and if you get the tater tots and you dip it in the queso.
We'll go try it then.
Oh, dude, it's the
It looks
best.
like a small burger. My favorite burger is from Gazebo Burger
I've never heard of that.
because there's one. But I'll take you one day because, like, those patties are, like, this big around. They're fucking monstrous. It's a great burger place. Great burger place. But, like...
Speaking of burgers, I have a burger place in Portland. And
Yeah,
I'm sure I've heard
where would I go for a burger in Portland? That's what I want to know.
So, I heard apparently it's in a bunch of other places. Oh, there's two. Oh no, there's so many burger places. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about this one. It's called Killer Burger. Have you ever heard of it?
Nope.
Apparently, it's in like New York and maybe Vegas. I don't know, but
Okay.
they have a peanut butter bacon burger, which I have never eaten, and I'm not interested in eating.
Okay.
I don't know if they still have it, but the one I would get was a fondue burger,
Okay.
where it's a burger that they put fondue cheese on top of.
Yeah. I'm looking at the peanut butter one right now, and I can't make eye contact with it.
I know. My mom and
Oh my
at
god.
least one of my brothers love it.
Oh my god.
could-
It makes me want to cry. That looks horrendous.
It,
That right there looks so gross, dude.
I
can't even look
refuse
at
to
it.
eat it. Do they have the fondue burger?
Ugh, it's the burger your mama warned you about.
Yeah, my mama told me it was great, and she's
Well, let me say this as well. I had never had White Castle until me and Taylor went to Las Vegas last year.
okay.
So I
I've
don't
never.
really have a lot. You've never had one?
Mm,
Well, see, I didn't want to get it from like the freezer
yeah.
at Walmart because anyone can do that. I wanted to have White Castle.
Well, yeah. You want the authentic thing.
So I went to where it was. That's a good fucking burger. All right, we got a classic. Now these, okay, Hat Creek's looked okay. These look really good though.
They actually are
They
like
look big.
juicy like that. What is the one in the middle on the top? Okay.
That's the peanut butter one.
No. Under that.
This guy?
Mm,
That's the bacon blue cheese fondue and
No.
crumbles. But it's blue cheese.
Did they get rid of it?
Yeah, that's not on here.
Oh, that's so sad. It was like, oh my
That
god.
burger looks.
So
This place
good.
is selling me. Like, if I can get stuff like this, not in Texas, I I think I'd be okay. I was thinking the fast food place I'd miss the most. You ready? You can be
Yeah.
surprised. It's Chick-fil-A, I think. Because Chick-fil-A is not in places, but it is getting places.
But it is, but
Yeah.
it's hard to get to. So, like, for
Mhm.
example, in Oregon, Sonic, there is a Sonic, but it's like
Okay.
an hour and a half away.
So I can't be getting half-price drinks every day like I do now.
No.
Oh, that
There
would
is
suck.
a Chick-fil-A, but it's in Clackamas and like a 30-minute drive from where I was from. And the line
Okay.
is always insane. And I've never had the Chick-fil-A in Oregon because one time I tried to get it after I dropped my mom off at the doctor's, like for a doctor's appointment. And I went to get in line and I ordered the food and I went to pay for it. And there was no money in my account because some company like pulled all of my money out of my account.
Oh my god.
And I was like, dude, first of all, I'm starving. Second of all, I want some Chick-fil-A.
Well, now you can get it whenever you want. You're out here. And there's a
I
plethora of them
Except for on Sundays, which is always when I crave it.
when everybody wants it. That's
Okay.
true.
I
What's
need
the
you
other
to
burger
look
place?
up McMinimans.
Oh, I already pulled up McMinimans.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, that was
McMinimans
this place.
has a wedding venue, like a lodge
Okay.
that you can stay at. There's like all these places. They have concert halls and like, oh my god, it's amazing. They craft their own beers. Their
Okay.
burgers are so thick and juicy. Their salads are delicious, and they have these Cajun fries. Dude. McMinimans is like my favorite place.
Well, I like their name for sure.
I have a
McMinimans.
t-shirt that I got at Goodwill, and I have a cup that I also got at Goodwill.
Dude, they have so many just places, but it's not like so they're not even just like a restaurant. They're just a bunch of stuff.
There's so much more than a restaurant, but they all have like a restaurant in them.
Wild.
But they're incredible. Oh,
Okay.
dude. If I ever take you guys to Oregon, we're going to McMinimans.
I mean, it looks legit.
It's
Like I said, I love their name.
It's
Oh yeah, look. All their beers. Who's this little dude? This hammerhead guy. I like him. Is he their like mascot dude?
No.
He's on like all this stuff.
I could literally go grab the t-shirt right now. The two things that I have that are McMinimans have like a sun and a moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an interesting place. Okay.
But it's amazing. It's delicious.
Yeah.
I also okay. I have a list. Let me just
You got a list of food places that you missed from there?
All food places. The only thing on here that I didn't talk about was Powell's, which is a bookstore, which I've told you about.
Oh.
It takes up an entire city block of downtown.
What?
Like an entire city block. And it's, I think, like 3 stories.
Dude.
And it's
Whoa.
like new and used books.
That's nuts.
It's amazing. I even ordered,
That's
like,
cool,
I
man.
can order books to get sent here. This is the one with the website that I was showing you when we were looking through books that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that place looks amazing.
Dude, it's ginormous.
This is like, there was a record shop that I went to in California one time.
Mm.
Bananas. It was monstrous. And I was like, dude, I want places like this out here. Like, Texas doesn't have centerpiece stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
We're
there's no
gonna-
store like that.
Yeah, just so that we can go to that record store.
Dude, that record store was legit. I think that was Amoeba Records or something. Amoeba Music, something like that. The world's largest independent record store. That place was huge. And it was like 3 stories and stuff. Look at this. It's all records, man. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
And that's like 1 floor.
That's insane.
Yeah, then there was a basement because that's where I bought all my stuff was from like the basement level, and then there was like something else. This was one of the most wild places I've been, but now I want to go to the bookstore, so I can say I've been to a bookstore like that.
Dude, yeah.
That's
It's amazing. They have like color coordinated rooms.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds cool. Yeah.
Oh, is that what the outside looks like?
Yeah. Yeah, we got to go there, man.
Pretty.
Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that we have here like that. You know, like, okay, so California's got a record place, you've got the book place. I don't know what I have like that, you know?
The movie trading company is the biggest one I've ever seen.
And like movie trading company is me. That's all right. Like to me that seems so normal.
Half price books though.
Half price books is all right.
I love half price books. It's like my Powell's away from home.
Yeah. I will always be more of a Barnes and Noble person, but you know, look at that.
I get it. I find comfort in the smell of old books.
Yeah.
Because they're books that people have loved, and I want to continue to love them.
I just love that. Like, somebody opened this store way back in the day, and it's just like a centerpiece of this community. That just stuff like that feels so cool.
It's actually on Powell Boulevard.
Even better.
There's also there's this place called Powell Butte. It's like in Gresham.
Okay.
There's like a whole city, right?
Yeah.
There's a whole city of Gresham. And then if you just go up this hill, there's this place called Powell Butte, which is literally just woods, and you can like go hiking.
Yeah.
We went there to try to watch meteor showers.
Dude, okay. Question, because I didn't think about that one. When you go outside, do you see stars in Portland?
Downtown, not so much.
Yeah.
But it's like a 15-20 minute drive to get to Crown Point, where you can completely overlook the gorge and see nothing but stars.
Because like I didn't get my first like full view of stars till I was like 20 something.
Yeah. See,
and I drove across the country.
Yeah, I grew up. See, when we would go camping when I was a kid, we would just like we wouldn't have the cover of the tent on.
Yeah.
And we would just have it open so we can look at the stars. Or like we would be outside until we literally had to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So that we can just look at the stars. And it's literally just like, it's incredible. Like I told you the other day, because I was like, we want to start a family and we want to have kids. And it's impossible for me to imagine raising kids, not taking them to the places that I went as a kid.
Yeah.
Because, like, I spent my entire childhood, it was like, oh, it's Friday, I'm out of school, we're already packed up, get in the car, we're going to Timothy Lake, And we're spending the weekend there. So it's hard for me to imagine not doing that.
Yeah.
Because it was just such, like, a safe space.
What do you think about having a child, but in a place you don't even know, so that you're all just discovering that place together, though?
We've talked about that. Like, we talked about finding a middle ground in, like, Colorado, maybe.
Yeah.
But I would like to have some time in Oregon. Because ever since we've been together, like, together, not long distance, we've been in Texas.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how living in Oregon would be. And then we would either choose to come back to Texas, stay in Oregon, or find a middle ground.
Yeah.
But I do miss my family a lot. And I
Yeah.
miss out on a lot of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, my sister-in-law is really trying to convince me to come up,
Come
up,
over.
up
Yeah.
and over.
Up
Um,
and over.
for my nephew's second birthday. And I'm like, dude, plane tickets are expensive, but I will try.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's been a while since I've seen my family. But I would like to have like a week where I can
Yeah.
take Shay to all of the amazing places because we were very limited on where I was able to take her in that little bit of time that we had.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to Virginia with Taylor a couple times, and she hadn't really tried to show me like too much. I mean, we went out to the beach, which I'm not really a beach person because they want me to get in the water, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, you don't get in the water in Oregon. You watch the sunset.
Okay. Why am I not getting in the water?
Because it's freezing cold.
It's good for your circulation.
Like, really, really cold. Like,
Yeah.
people don't typically go to the beach in Oregon to go swimming. Like, you show up in jeans and you roll them up a little bit to dip your ankles.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay.
It's more for
I can get down with that.
the horizon.
Yeah.
And there's all these beautiful trees and rocks and, like, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So we looked at Powell's, but I know that there is a taco place that you always request sauce from.
Taco time.
It's taco time.
Every time my mom comes to visit, every time my mom is sending me a care package, I make sure that she sends me at least 2 bottles of Taco Time mild sauce. The food's not that great, but the mild sauce is the only thing I want on a breakfast burrito. With Cholula, I can't not have Cholula on a breakfast burrito.
Is that it?
Is that the mild one?
$23. That can't be
That's not that
right.
expensive. That's probably just like buying it online.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, like, if you could just buy it online,
yeah, but then I get other things in the care package, like beef jerky. And I love beef jerky, so.
I mean, I feel like this is kind of like for us, we have El Phoenix out here because it's like a Texas place, right? And you can buy the sauce, their salsa, and man, that is salsa that I would probably get. Like, hey, we send me some El Phoenix salsa because that shit's good.
I've never heard of that before. I want to try it.
I can take it. I mean, it's honestly gone downhill a lot as well. Most of the places that I grew up loving are shit today.
See, I understand that completely. Actually, on my list, there's 3 places that I have that closed down.
That closed. That sucks.
But one of them is definitely due to COVID.
Okay.
It's called Canton Grill. Dude, Chinese food is slacking in Texas.
Okay.
Like, it's disappointing. I can't find, like, Chinese barbecue pork at all.
That's what I say. I've never had that, I don't think.
There's this place called Skipper's that has the best clam chowder. And then what were those? What's that thing? When we all went out to dinner.
Okay.
And it was the baby squids.
Oh, calamari.
Yeah, they have that. It's delicious.
Gross.
It's called Skipper's, and that was my go-to, like, every single time my dad and I would go to the Deschutes River. I think they're closed. I don't know if they are. But every time
Seafood and Chowder House.
my dad and I would go to the Deschutes, it was like tradition that on the way home we'd go to Skipper's.
Yeah.
So good. And then the other one's Division Cafe, which is just this tiny little cafe that was in a house that made really, really good French toast.
Taylor took me to a place in Virginia. It was some like seafood place. It was magical, man. it had like this giant stained glass dome inside. And I was like, man, just eating in here's a treat. And she's like, this is a normal place, you know?
Just being here is amazing.
I mean, I was just like staring up the whole time, just like, wow.
Wow, this is so good.
You know, like I don't know where I would take someone here like that to be like this place. You know? I don't have anything like that. And I don't have Chinese food for you. Like I have no Chinese food place I'd be like, that's where you gotta go.
There is one Chinese food place. One night in the old apartment, I was making spaghetti for dinner. And then
Okay.
I think Shay went to go take Star outside. And she opened the door and there was Uber Eats on the ground.
Okay.
And I was like, Sophia, did you order this? And she was like, no, I didn't order it. And none of us had ordered it. So we left it there
Okay.
for a while because we were like, I mean, we have our doormat that says gayest place in town. Kind of hard to miss if you took a picture, you know?
Yeah.
So we waited like 45 minutes to an hour. They knocked on every single apartment and like third floor, our floor, the bottom floor. Nobody ordered it.
Okay.
So we were like, all right, whatever. So we got it. It's called Open Rice. It's on
Don't know that
Hebron.
place. Okay.
It's in the, like it's across from like the Sally's on the same side.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dude, their chicken fried rice is so good, and their crab rangoons is so good.
We'll have to do that with Taylor then, because Taylor's big thing. Okay, so like if I have Mexican food, I don't care how good anything is on the menu. If your refried beans and rice are bad, you're a shit place. I'll never be back.
I understand that.
Period. And
I
for
understand.
Taylor, if your fried rice is not correct, never go to that Chinese place again.
No, I get it. Their fried rice is really good, and you get a lot for like a decent amount.
Okay.
So honestly, half the time, me and Shay just buy one to split, and we still have leftovers. Like it's a lot.
I'll have to try this because the only
Next
other place I found.
Next time y'all come over, we're just gonna get that.
Okay. I found a place called Blue Dragon one time. It's only one. It was a one-off place. It was right next to a place that I was staying, so I was like, I'll try it. Bro, I ate it like every day for like 5 days straight. Like
Dude,
lunch and dinner, twice a day.
technically, I guess you're not supposed to reheat up fried rice. I don't care.
No, I do it all the
It
time.
can kill me. I don't care.
Why aren't you supposed to reheat?
I don't know. Like you're not supposed to put it in the microwave, I guess.
Oh, I do that a
It's-
lot.
I will. Fried rice is something I will eat for days on end. I don't even
Okay.
care. I love it.
I'm gonna put out for everyone listening the best Chinese place that you know here, because I don't know if I have one either. You know?
I
I'm not
need
sure.
to know if anybody knows somewhere I can get Chinese barbecue pork.
Ferdin will probably know. He might know.
Please tell me.
And I don't know if you guys heard that, but it is pretty close to 4th of July, and a big ass firework just blew right outside the window.
Oh,
So
you-
sorry if that
Like,
guy startled
Are
you.
you hearing the cat?
I did hear that too. But like something just went like right next door. I was like, oh my god. But I want to know about this place that you were telling me about. Ye Old Don Pedro's.
Oh, dude. Okay, it was right down the street from where I used to live. It was the best one. The best one. And
Okay.
the last time when we went there for my grandparents' wedding, I was like, I have to get Don Pedro's carne asada fries.
Okay.
The best. My comfort food. I will scarf that shit down.
Is that these
By
bad
the time
boys
we
right
got
here?
back to my grandparents' house where we were staying, it was cold.
Yeah. Aw.
But it was still so good.
I gotta try to take you to. I'm gonna try to think of places here to let you try, just because you're in Texas for now. I know you might leave us one day to make
I can't
families elsewhere,
What are you talking about?
but I'm gonna take you to Ponchos because I get Ponchos vibes from this dude, and I only know where one good one is now because I knew. So this lady that I work with, her family owns Mexican restaurants in California, and she hated working in them, so she went to do like payroll and just like moved away. So they know like a bunch of like restaurant families and stuff. And Poncho's out here, the guy that owned it died, and his kids took over, and they were like, we don't fucking want to run this, so they ran like all of them into the ground and sold them and like shut them all down. And
That's
there's like,
so sad.
yeah, like your parents built this whole thing, and then you're just like, I don't want that shit. And I would go to Poncho's every year for my birthday. I've eaten so much Poncho's, dude. I'm gonna take it to Poncho's, but it's like far away, so we have to like make a trip for it.
I'm okay with that. I will always
We'll
make a
make it
trip
work.
for good food.
And then I got to take you to my pizza place, which is Pizza Inn.
Ooh, I gotta tell you about Pizza Schmitza.
Okay. Hit me with that Pizza Schmitza.
Pizza Schmitza is fire.
Beaverton or okay. I'm
Wait.
pulling them up right now.
No, it shouldn't be Beaverton. Is it
Well,
Pizza
that's what I
Schmitza?
said one was. I mean, this was old Pizza Schmitza right here. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what weird ones they got.
Go to locations.
You've got Eagle. Well, hang on. Give me a zip code, man.
97233.
Weird. Portland, right there. Oh, there's several.
That's
okay.
at 82nd?
Yeah.
Not 82nd.
Montgomery Street.
No.
Barnes.
No.
And then it goes to Beaverton.
What the hell?
Sorry, man. They're only in Beavertown now.
Hold on.
What's up with Pizza Schmitza? Because they look small.
It's
Are they?
it's a whole place, right? This is where I
Okay.
had like my post-graduation party.
Okay.
It's so good. So you just get the pizza. The pizza's not even that great, right? But it's pretty good, right?
Okay.
You get a whole pizza, and it's like a whole arcade, and it is
Oh shit. Okay.
bussin'.
Well, I want to see the arcade then. They didn't show that. Pizza Schmitza. It's a solid name though.
It's amazing. I love Pizza Schmitza.
Like this place?
Yeah.
Looks like that. Oh, hey, it does have. No, that's not an arcade. There's no games in here, man.
Am I thinking of somewhere? No, I'm not.
The only place we have that did that, Pizza Inn did do that, but now it's CC's. That's our only arcade and pizza place. But it's got like 2 arcade games.
This is definitely Pizza Schmitza. But it's okay. It was amazing. It was in its prime. That was the place to go when you were having parties.
Oh, Pizza Schmitza.
Mm-hmm.
That is a solid looking pepperoni pizza, I'll say that.
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, man. Well, are there any other food places that you want to tell the awesome people about?
You can get one here, but Voodoo Donuts. I had it for the first time.
So is this from
It
like
originated in
West
Portland.
Coast stuff? Okay.
And then they started opening up locations in other places. But my recommendation, if you're going to get a donut, because there's one in Dallas,
Okay.
is the Old Dirty Bastard.
I wish it would say these donuts on here. Come on. Come on.
It should.
There's
Yep,
dirt.
Old
There it
Dirty
is.
Right there.
Right there.
It's got peanut butter. It's got chocolate. It's got Oreos. Oh, I also tried the Oh Captain, My Captain. That one is
That looks delicious.
scrumptious.
That looks fun. I just want the Homer, man. That's a
Yep,
beautiful donut right there.
good. Normally when we lived in Portland, we would get them at like 10 o'clock at night, and they were always stale because it was the end of the day. But it was voodoo,
Uh-huh.
so who cares? I had one fresh for the first time.
Okay.
I walked in. It was after we took Aria to get her shots, and I walked in to get it. Keep in mind, I was an emotional wreck. I was crying for 20 minutes about dogs.
Okay.
Because I realized that place was a shelter. And then I walked in and I was all red and puffy in the face. And I was like, I'm here first. Like, Shay. And they were like, I don't see that name. And I was like, what do you mean? It was under my name for some reason, even though she ordered it on her phone.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We got our donuts. We got back to the house. Us and Taylor ate our donuts. They were delicious.
Well, I'll have to try this one. For
So
sure.
good.
Ooh, website's freaking out. Well, I'm not going to keep you much longer. We've been doing this for an hour and a half now.
Oh my god.
So, that was a good final one. I guess we can start getting out of here. I just wanted to say thank you again for such short notice jumping in on this with me.
Anytime.
And
I'm
so,
free for my bestie.
hey man, you had me. I thank you. So, just a quick reminder, if you guys love this episode, please tell a friend. Word of mouth is the best way we can get the good YMBToAP into fresh new ears because we release weekly every Monday. Boom. This episode came out on Monday because Adri made it happen. Get in the Discord and be all like, oh my God, what else is in Portland? She would love to tell you.
Oh my
But
god,
if you,
T-Rex arms.
they're going to be like, that's who that is? Oh my God.
It's me.
But if you want to talk to us, you can catch us over at Instagram, YMBToAP. I'll post some pictures of the naked bike ride people and some other weird stuff. But if you really want to be in the know, you can join the $2 Patreon thing, get in the Discord, where you can come ask us all these questions. You can actually talk to old T-Rex Arms yourself. She's sitting there. She can tell you all kinds of stuff.
I'm here.
So let us know what places you lived and you moved out from. What's a place like scenery wise that you miss, food that you miss, something that makes you wish that you could go move back to that place? Because I am having a hard time wondering what mine would be. I don't know. I thought it would have been Whataburger, but I don't think it is. I really think it's going to be Tex-Mex stuff. That would be what I would need.
I respect it.
But Don Pedro's looks legit. If it scratches my poncho itch, I think I'd be good.
Cool.
And so just want to say thank you again to all you guys that listen, whether you're listening for free, whether you're in the Patreon. We just love you guys so much. And I don't want you to forget as well that our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Check him out on YouTube. And as always, thanks for listening and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question.
How naked is too naked?
What a good question.